So we got Jason Eisener and Rob Cotterill.
That's right.
Guys behind HOBO WITH A SHOTGUN, and they're here at Fantasia in Montreal for the new short film TREEVENGE. So why don't you guys talk a bit about, I guess, the HOBO WITH A SHOTGUN experience?
Yeah, it's been like a year now. Well, let me think. I guess it all started with Harry Knowles put up the contest information on his website, and I got a call from my buddy John Davies, who called me up. He said, "Dude, there's like this Grindhouse trailer competition going down. We should make something for it." And we had thrown around the idea of making a trailer before the contest for another film that we've been making, and it was always a plan to make a trailer or like a short film called HOBO WITH A SHOTGUN. And when this contest came up, we were like, holy crap, like we should just make this for that contest. And so basically, like I think the night we heard about it,
We started shooting.
yeah.
He called me up and he said, "There's this contest. Let's do it." And I was like, "All right." I was at the time unemployed. I said, "Let's do it." And they came over to the house and we sat down and wrote a flowchart of the trailer idea. And we got the cameras out and started shooting. I think that night, we shot the first night and started writing. To me, there's a time limit. It was like from the announcement to when it had to be at South by Southwest was like less than 3 weeks. I think.
Oh, it was like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. So we had to shoot, edit, and mail it there, and have it in their hands in 2 weeks. It was crazy.
Yeah, so made the trailer, and I think like a couple of weeks after that, I was working at a comic book shop called The Last Game Store, and I got a phone call from one of the producers of Grindhouse, and they said we were one of the top 3 for the contest. And at that point, like I thought we already had won, because in the contest rules, like what the prize was is that out of all the trailers submitted, they would pick a couple and then they would play it at South by Southwest. And so that her telling us that we were one of the top 3, I was like, holy crap, like that's amazing. Like we were one of the top, and it wasn't until end of the phone call she said, yeah, and Rodriguez is going to pick one as the winner. I was like, whoa, okay.
So get yourself down to Austin.
Yeah. So we went down there and had an awesome time down there at the Alamo Draft House, and went to the Grindhouse panel, found out that we won.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. Then we got whisked away to Troublemaker Studios as part of the prize. Got a tour of the place,
and then we got invited to go to the premiere of Grindhouse
in LA.
Yeah. And it was there that we found out. We got a call. Me and him were just about to go check out Universal Studios.
Yeah, we were hanging out with Stuart Gordon. He just dropped us off at Universal because we were gonna do some tourist shit before. And just as we were walking in the gates, his phone rings.
And it's Alliance Atlantis, and they loved the trailer and they wanted to attach it to Grindhouse. And they told me, yeah, we're gonna strike like 280 prints of your trailer. And
play it in every theater across Canada.
Yeah.
Get it to us now.
Yeah.
Because it was like about a week before it was getting its release in North America. So, and we were in LA, and all the information, everything was in Canada. We had to somehow manage to get it on a mini DV tape from LA into Toronto that day. So
what I did is I called my buddy John, who was like the writer on HOBO. And I said, dude, man, this is happening. He started freaking out, and he had to like go break into my house and like get on the computer and export it the right way and get it all sent off to them. It was pretty hectic. But yeah, the whole experience, it was crazy. Like
they were amazing. Like for them to do that, I don't think it's unheard of. You know, striking like 200 prints, 35 prints of this. You know, upstart mini DV trailer and releasing it theatrically in every theater, like theater across Canada. The Grindhouse played it. It's amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah, like every once in a while I'll be like driving and I'll think about it and it hits me and I'm like, holy fuck, like that's crazy. Like, yeah.
And we still have a good relationship with all those guys, and we talk to them all the time.
Did your trailer end up in international? Like,
Now that's a weird thing. We don't know what the fuck's going on internationally because it wasn't supposed to, but periodically we get these reports. Yeah, I saw your trailer. It was playing with Grindhouse in the theater in LA, and we're like, I don't know what theater it was. There's some places throughout the States where it did play. There's some places in Canada it didn't play. The people didn't know what to do. Alliance just sent these trailers out and said, play this with HOBO. They didn't know. It's a really fucking weird story because they didn't know to play it with the trailers, like the real trailers, or play it before the movie. Or when we saw it in Halifax, they'd actually cut it into the movie. Like it was after Machete, then HOBO with a Shotgun played, and that wasn't supposed to happen. But
because I think what happened was the Grindhouse prints were sent off to all the theaters. Then they made all these prints of HOBO and sent them to the theaters and said, all right, you have to cut this. Like the projectionists had to cut it into Grindhouse. And they had
no instructions. No one knew really what was going on. They were like, what do we do with this? I guess it goes in the movie. It's supposed to be in the movie. Like, I heard stories that it was actually in the middle sequence of the movies. And then I heard stories it was at the beginning or after Machete, or before the Alliance thing, or even at the top end of the real movie trailers. Which is weird. I don't know how they got away with that. We never got a rating.
and so, did it ever get released on DVD anywhere? Just by itself? Because I know it wasn't on the actual Death Proof or Planet Terror DVDs.
No, yeah, they didn't put any of the trailers on those releases. We have... it's supposed to be, if they and when they release the Grindhouse package on DVD in North America, it's supposed to be a part of that. The Dimension owns... or has the distribution rights for HOBO, so if they want to, they can, and we'd love it if they did. So...
All right, why don't you tell us a bit about your latest short film that's going to be opening up, or premiering, I guess, before Jack Brooks tonight, right?
Yeah, so, all right, we're in Montreal at Fantasia. This is my first time in Montreal and at the Fantasia Fest. And we made a short film because we're kind of waiting now, like, to make, like, the feature for HOBO with a Shotgun. And we thought, all right, in the meantime, I need some more practice at filmmaking. So
yes, we decided that.
So let's make a short film. So I had an idea, pitched it to Rob. Rob dug it and sat down, wrote a script, and we shot this movie over 10 days on weekends. And
10 days over 4 months.
Yeah. Had money out of our own pocket. And I had always hoped that, when it was done, that we could get it into, like, Fantasia and the Toronto After Dark Film Festival and Fantastic Fest.
Yeah, we're way more into showing it where fans will like it, genre festivals, and not burying it in some whatever festival where, fans, journalists are just going to be tight on their Blackberries and just not really, here's a volume of Canadian shorts and no one really paying any attention. It's fun. It's a movie for fans too.
Oh yeah,
people like it. So we're into the genre. We want to play the genre festivals.
Mm-hmm.
You want to give us a bit of a synopsis?
TREEVENGE is basically...
It's about trees.
It's a story of Christmas trees. And, I guess the short version of it is, it's a story about Christmas trees and the process in which they go through in order to get into your homes and get decorated and presented on Christmas. But this year, the trees are pissed and they're going to fight back.
They've had enough. And it's time to
get some TREEVENGE.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys, for talking to us today.
No problem.
And good luck with the premiere tonight.